Okay, everybody, here we go. God knows what's up.
Wait, I need at the end too.
I'm gonna get coffee. Okay, so here's what's up for today. Come on, watching me. This is a chunky lesson. I do a lot of talking, but at the end, it's one of my favorite lessons because one, it's brand new stuff. In Algebra 2 and Algebra 2 Trig, I end up covering a lot of the same material, so sometimes I feel it's pretty boring. And I like when we actually use math that actually makes sense. So here's my introduction. Girls are watching me. Ladies, here we go. So here's what's happening. This is my dog, Rosie. And we got Rosie after we had another dog, a little Boston Terrier. Boston Terriers are about 15 pounds, and ours was like 40. And he was giant. He was giant. So sadly enough, maybe because he was huge, he didn't live long. So my husband was really sad when the dog passed away. So when we got our new dog, my husband has like a creepy relationship. Like he loves the dog so much. And the reason I tell you that is because for the first year of Rosie's life, this is all she would do. She would sit and look out the window and wait for my husband to come home from work. Like did she break our couch? Yes, she did. And that's all she would do. She would just sit there and look out the window and wait for my husband. And that seemed sad and pathetic. So we got her a pet. And then they both did it. Like they both would sit there and look out the window. And Rosie's pretty smart, needy. She's super needy. But her pet friend, Ginger, Ginger is just she's lovely, but she's a dumbass. And here she is. That's how she sleeps. Like, does she sleep on her, like she has a bed. Does she sleep on the bed? No, she sleeps on the wall. And that's the two of them. Rosie and Ginger, they're the dumbest dogs ever. Like, I love them, but they're super needy. Like, they're super, super needy. We have to cut their hair because, for two reasons. I'm going to show you why. One is because they would get maps. And the second reason is because their favorite thing to do in the world I'm about to show you, and this is why we have to keep their hair really short, they swim. So this is them in their little bathing suits. So we put them in little bathing suits because they're in a lake. Am I supposed to sit there? Yes, I am. Does Ginger, our 80-pound dog, I'm like, dude, that's where I sit. And it's like, nope, no, I'm sitting there. So that's why we have to keep their hair short because they swim the whole time. So do they have balls in their mouth? Like we have a little ramp on we have a little ladder on the back of our boat. So literally we just throw balls off the boat, they jump out, they swim, they get back up on the ladder. We just do it for like an hour. So and you're thinking, why? Why are you showing me these pictures of your dogs? Because we're going to build some stuff for them today. You have yellow paper. You're going to write down this first problem. We're going to do this, and here we go. Write this bad boy down. I'm going to stop talking. This will be kind of the only writing you have to do. You're going to write these three sentences on your paper. Oh my God. You don't have to write dumbass. And you don't have to write weird green fencing, just green fencing. A pen, like a thing so they won't run away. Oh, okay, sorry. Someone else asked like a pen, you're putting them in a little area. I will in a minute. Yeah, but I want you to be able to write. I hate when teachers start doing stuff when you're writing. So I'm giving you a minute. I've just done this. I got nothing planned. My back, I hurt my back, so I'm not even going to the gym right now. So I'm old. Nothing happened. I stopped really suddenly on my bike and I tweaked my back. On my bike. I just stopped really suddenly. Oh, that's old. That's just dumb. Oh no, it's worse than that, my girl. I have an e-bike. Yeah, you can because they go really fast. Thomas keeps wanting us to take off the regulator so it'll go 30. I'm like, no. Okay, here we go. So here's what I want now. I need it to be a little quiet and put your pencils down. Okay, pencils down. I'm going to draw a picture. Girls in the back. Here we go. So I'm going to build a pen for my dogs. And I'm lazy, right? I get a couple stakes. I put them in the ground. And I put the green fencing around it. And the first one I make for my dog looks like this. I put a thing here, and I put the green fencing around it. There I go. And it's 1 foot here, 24 feet here. It's 1 foot here. It's 24 foot here. And that's what my dogs get to run around in. And that's horrible, right? That's a horrible thing. 1 foot is only about this big. Right? And that means the dogs can barely pass each other. It would be about the length of this room, but super skinny. It would be mean. It would be a mean thing to do to dogs because the only area they get to run around in is 1 times 24. It's 24 feet squared. It's mean. I don't want to do that. I'm kind of mean and I'm kind of lazy, but I'm not that lazy. So I think to myself, I'm going to make it a better pen. I'm still going to only use 50. That's all I got, but I'm going to make it a little bit better pen. So here I go. I'm going to put new stakes in the ground, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it, here's my new thing. I'm going to go 5 feet on this side, 20 feet on this side, 5 feet on this side, 20 feet on this side. Still using just 50. I have never gone over 50. But here's what happens now. I have a lot more area. Area is length times width, right? 5 times 20. Oh my God, the dogs now have 100 feet to run around in. That is so much better. And my dogs are going to be so much happier, right? So, because I've made it a little bit better. So now I'm thinking, well, maybe I could make it even better, right? So I'm going to try making it again. And this time I'm going to go 10, right? I'm going to go 10. And I'm going to go 10 here. And I'm going to go, 15, and I'm going to go 10, and I'm going to go 15. So here's what. This is crazy now, too, because now I'm up to 150 feet. My dogs are loving life. Do you know that's probably about as big as a lot of your bedrooms are? 10 by 15 is a pretty typical bedroom. They got a lot of room to run instead of this little narrow thing. So I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm going to go one more time, and I think, I see the pattern, right? And the pattern is I'm going to go, I went 10 on that side. Now I'm going to go 20 on this side, because that's got to be even better, right? So I got 20 on this side, and now I've got, wait a second. If I use 20 here, that's only going to be 5 here, 20 here, 5 here. I'm back down to 100. It dropped back down. And that's because there was a place where it was absolutely the best, and then I started coming back down again. And here's what would happen if we graphed this. Everyone's watching. Yeah. If we graphed this, if we had said, here's how big the width is, and here's how much area I have, my graph would have gone like this. It would have had 24 feet in the beginning, and then it would have gone to 100, and then to 150, and then to something else, and then back down again. The graph would look like this. And this is why we're doing this stuff right now, because you're thinking, you see, what does this have to do with what we've been doing? We've been talking about these places right here, these magical places. That's called the extrema, the very tippy top of a graph or the very bottom of a graph. And we're going to do that today. We're going to learn how to make the graph and then find that very best place at the very tippy top. But you know us, if you were in high school with me back in the 70s and 80s, we had to do this by hand. Yeah, but we're not going to do it by hand. We're bringing a little gypsy out. So if you've got a Chromebook today, bring her out. If you don't, you can use one of mine. I got 3 alone. But I still fired or retired. Either way, I'm good. Okay. So here's the problem. The problem is this. The magical witch that lives inside of our Chromebook can only do things with 2 variables in them. It can only do things with 2 letters. We're going to set this up and we're going to realize we have way too many letters. So let's get our pencils ready. Let's draw this situation. Let's figure out how to give the witch an equation with 2 letters and have her do the math for us. So here we go. First thing I would like you to do is draw for me in the middle of your paper underneath your thing a nice little pen, right? Make it a rectangle today. Everything we do today is rectangles. Tomorrow we'll do some different shapes, but today rectangles. So I'm pretty good at this. You might want to draw what I'm drawing up here. There we go. Okay. So the first thing that we need to do is we're going to label some of these because we don't know how big is the best place. So let's put some letters on here. Now, a lot of teachers teach these with X's and Y's, and that's perfectly fine. But I like using other letters because at the end, it's really easy to know what the width is if I've used a W. It's really easy to know what L is the length is if I've used an L. So I am going to put some L's and W's on here. Now I had to fight in A period because I did this. I did W here and L here, and kids were like, no, the L should be here and the W should be here. I don't care. Do what you want to do. I put the width there. Someone else said, well, can we do height and length? I'm like, sure, whatever you want to do. Pick 2 letters, right? But again, people fought over it. So here's what we're going to know all day long. All periods, no matter what today, we are using rectangles. And the first thing I want you to say is this, that the area, because we are looking for area, we will need area. Area is what times what? And write it on your paper. And if you don't know, you can turn around behind you because it's right up there. If you put length times width, you are on fire. Yeah. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do perimeter, but we're not going to call it perimeter today. We're going to talk about fencing because I have fenced in this guy. So look what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this much fencing, this much fencing, this much fencing, and this much fencing. So can you please give me a formula for the fencing? Does it look like a lot like perimeter? It does. Because we're going to need 2 widths and 2 lengths. If you put this 2W plus 2L, you are fire. Now here's the problem. Somehow or another, I need to squeeze these 2 formulas together and I need to get them down to 2 letters. But I've got way too many letters. I've got an A, I got W's, I got L's, and I got a freaking F. That's way too many letters. I need to get this baby down to 2, and I got 4 up there. So I'm going to tell you all, and I want you to talk to your neighbors. The first letter I can get rid of is the F. Look in this problem and see if there's a thing that you can put in F's place. It's a number. Talk to each other. What can you put in F's place? How much fencing do I have to use? 50. So let's start there. Is everybody good? Now, the next thing is this. The problem wants area. So I need to use this guy. I need to keep that guy. He's important to me. But somehow or another, I need to get rid of one of these two letters. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to write this guy a second time and get one of these letters alone. So I either want to get W alone or L alone. I'm going to be honest. I've been getting L alone all day because my L's look like weird things, so I don't like them. But it's up to you. So here's what I want you to do with your neighbors. I would like you to get this guy right here all by himself. In other words, move everything over toward 50. Get rid of the 2W. Divide by 2. Get that L all by himself. I'm going to move the fencing over. I'm going to move this over too. There should have been an easier way for me to do this. Okay, here's what I got. See if you're with me. I am going to say 50 minus 2W equals 2L. L equals 25 minus W. Can I please see a wiggle of fingers if you're with me so far? Okay. We're about almost done with the math. We got one last thing to do, and then there's no more math. Then we give it up to the gypsy or the witch, and we let her do her work, right? So here's what I need to do. I don't want this L anymore. I want to get rid of the L and write L's new, oh God darn it, I hate when that happens. I want to put L's new name. So I want you to pop out this L and put in the new name. Are you with me? I'm substituting. Instead of calling it L, I'm going to call it 25W, and I'm going to put it right there. Here I go. Oops, got to go to this guy. I'm going to plug this stuff in right up here. So I get A equals 25 minus W times W. So here's my question to you. Zoe, how many letters are in this formula? It's not a trick. I'm not tricking you. How many letters are in this formula? 2. The gypsy likes that. I am ready to ask her to please graph this, and let's take a look at what she gives us. Are you ready? Let's go to Desmond. Now, let me talk to you about some things I like. I am going to use all of these same letters. I'm not changing them to X's and Y's because the answers come out with the same damn letters. So you're going to type in, I use a capital A, I don't know why. A equals, parentheses, 25 minus W times W. And if you're like me right now, you're like, well, Ms. T, there's nothing. There's nothing there. Oh, it's there. We just got to find it. That's it. No, but we're done. Because watch. Want to see the answer? That's the answer. Yeah. Why is it brown? So here's what. It gave us 2 numbers. Here are the 2 numbers it gave us. Let's take a look at it. It's giving us 12.5. Ladies. It's giving us 12.5. Right? 12.5 and 156.5. It's giving us 2 things. We had 2 letters in here. One of these bad boys is W, and one of them is A. So Colin, which one of these is W and which one is A? So when we have Y equals something, this is the Y guy. We have A equals something, this is the A guy. That's the A guy. What does A stand for? Area. We just answered the question. It's the very best place we can get to is right at the very tippy top at the absolute maximum. So the maximum amount of area is this guy. What does the 12.5 stand for? What was the other letter? It's the width. It's W.
The length.
Oh, and how do we get the length? Here's how. We divide the area by the width, and we get the length. So if you want the length, you would just take a calculator, nice and easy, and say 156.5 divided by 12.5. And in this case, you're going to get 12.5 again. The gypsy does all the work. All we have to do is give her an equation to put it in. Are we okay with that? So my friend Andreas saw this answer at the very beginning. He knew right in the middle is going to be there. So we're going to step up our game a little bit because we're going to make it not quite so straightforward. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Okay, are we all with me? Here we go. New problem. Write it down. Huh? The pen. The pen, the dog pen. Okay, let's think about what this means. The dog pen is now against the house. Okay, so I got my 50 feet of fencing, but I am using the wall as part of my fence. Does that make sense? So I want you to turn and talk to your neighbors right now. I'm going to walk around. Will the dogs get more area because I'm doing this? Or will they get less area because I'm doing this? Turn and talk. What do you think? We don't have to use it much, right? So now we can use it other places, right? So if you get 156 again, you've done it wrong, right? You better get more area for your pup. So here's what I need you to do. Lambs, draw a house. Please draw me a house. Draw a house. Draw a house. Do me a favor. Put a pen in front of the house. It's two-dimensional. You guys might want to just do it like with dotted lines here, right? Because look, that's what I'm doing. Is everybody cool with that? I'm just putting my dog pen. It's against the house, so I don't need as much. I'm going to save some fencing so I can use it other places. That's our first step always, drawing. Second step, put some letters on here, some L's and W's, please. You should have 3 things that you label. Yeah. So we're going to I put a W here and an L here. I put another W here. Yeah, that was fine. It worked the same way. It's totally fine. I like that. You use that at the side of your house. I like that. Okay. First thing, give me a formula for area. Area never changes. You got it. Put it down. Area equals length times width. Love that for us. Area equals tonight. It will always be length times width. But our fencing is going to be a little bit different. So let's make a little formula for our fencing, please. Make a formula for your fencing. It's not 2L plus 2W. 2W plus 1L. That's it. See, you guys don't need me. How does it look? Okay. first thing we want to do is start getting down to less letters. We know what F is. We know how much fancy it is. So what's the first thing we're going to pop out? Pop out that F and put in from the last problem, 50. You good? Huh? You're what? Okay, next up, get L by itself. This one's really easy. You could. You have to then, sometimes you'll practice, but not on yours, huh? You're going to be great. Here's what's cool. Your length and width will be different than mine, but they'll just be flipped and that's okay, right? So when we change dimensions, we say like 5 by 10, and you know what? 5 by 10 is the same as 10 by 5. Okay, guess what? It's time to go to the magical gypsy because we have a new formula. A equals 50 minus 2W times W. Put it in. I want to know 2 questions. What's the area for the dogs now? And what's the dimensions, length and width? Go ahead and do it. Ask the gypsy to give you those numbers. Oh, so this is perfect. So you put it in here, right? That's fine. Close that up. And then this L is still. And now that you put it in. Love it. Not there yet. So you gotta totally, how do you do that on here? Like it just to make it smaller. Like I do mine like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Keep going. Oh, the other way. Because look how much area he gets, right? So much more area. Good question. If you put this in, it's going to be crazy. Like all of a sudden, you're not going to be, you're like, where is everything? That's why I love doing it on the touch board. It's so nice. Yeah? Don't. Just keep going. I thought you were done recording. Oh, no. So here we go. Here's what's crazy. All I did was use the side of my house. My dogs had 156. Oh my gosh, look how much more room they get. So now let's answer the questions. The first question is how much area for my dogs? We're going to write it nicely. Area is 312.5. We're going to call that feet squared because they get square feet. We are going to say, in my case, the width is, looks like 12.5. But guess what? Yours would be 12.5 for the length, and that's okay because your width will be the other number. Does that make sense? How do we get the last one, the length? We divide. Nice and easy. We got a calculator on the test. Super easy. Let me go ahead and do it. 3.5 divided by 12.5. Look at that. It's a perfect 25. So here's what's cool. Amanda, it doesn't matter if you say 25 by 12.5 or 12.5 by 25. Perfect. Are we good? Did I just call you by the wrong name? Sorry about it. It's just Amanda. I knew that as it came out of my mouth. I thought that's all right. Are we good? We got one last one and then I'm shutting up. Okay. Yes. We've done 3. This is it. Do you know how many you have to do for homework? 2. Okay. We got, my dumb dogs are biting each other. So now I need to make a pen in the middle of not against the wall, middle of my yard, make it a pen. Got some more stuff. I got 100. But this time I need to put some extra fencing in the middle to separate them. Could you please draw this situation? I'm going to come around and see your drawings.
Still at the side of the house.
No side of the house. No side of the house. Here's my fence. Here's my pen. But I got to separate those damn dogs. Now you get to decide how you want to separate them. Some people in my class separated them this way. Mine like long ways. I separated them like a hamburger or a hot dog. I don't know which way. I did it up and down. That's how I separated them. Is that hot dog? So you do you. Okay. So here we go. Step one is always the same. Throw some letters on here. You guys ready? Some W's. This whole thing is L. This whole thing is L. This is W, but I have one more thing I got to put on there. On the middle. What is it? It's W. I am going to stop talking for a minute. I'd like you to see if you can go ahead and get the total area of this guy. Can you set it up now? Start with your area. It's always length times width. Get your fencing. Make sure you have all of your fencing on this one. Yes. No, just total 100. Thank you. Good question. I try to make my problems build up each other. 3W plus 2F or 2 L's. Pop out your F. Hey, I got 100 feet this time because I want my dogs to have more room. Okay, now I got to be honest. We might have a little decimal here or a little baby fraction. Do I care? No, because the gypsy doesn't care. She'll do it either way. So here we go. I'm going to get L by itself. I'm going to go ahead and say 100 minus 3W equals 2L. I'm going to divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. So I'm going to get 50 minus, I made it 1.5, but you could do it as a fraction too. Okay, plug her in. So big, so big. I'm not going to ask the length. Here's what I want to know. Tonight's question, this question's a little bit different. Everyone's watching me. How much is the total area for both dogs? 415? Huh? 416.666667. Oh my Lord. I have to say it right. 416.67. There you go. See, okay, so here's what I want to know. How much for each? My last question, guys. How much for each dog? How'd you get that? How did you know that? Divide by 2. How many dogs do I have? 2 dogs. Divided by 2. Yeah? Are we cool with that? Okay, I'm shutting up. That was a lot of talking today. I'm about to end. Finish so I can turn it on. You can go.